and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic time out there on the internet. If you do enjoy this content, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate when you do all of those things. It helps our channel to grow, and it helps us to provide more content like this and the other content that we've been doing recently in the background, and provide that all for you. In addition to that, you can check us out live over at twitch.tv/ProDMJoey. And lastly, if you are interested in joining our community, we have open slots available in many of our games. All you have to do is reach out and let me know. We'd be very happy to have you join in on the fun. So, without further ado, let's get to it. I gotta fix my webcam. Later. Alrighty, go ahead and give us that recap, Sebastian.
All right. So, last session we began shortly after Palando, quote-unquote, fought in the Temple of Gabby. More like they just made him stand there and whooped him. He took it pretty well mostly, but ASMR really kicked his ass. So the next day, we're all hanging out, and Palando is feeling very contemplative about his future, and he feels that he needs to stay with the temple and learn more about Gabby's teachings, because he's been really following his own path that he thinks Gabby would want. It's very vague. So we said goodbye to Palando, and he told us to stop in, next time we're around here, and we probably will, because it's in the area that most of us are interested in. So we returned to the inn, had some breakfast, kind of contemplating what we're going to do next, and two rather interesting individuals entered the inn. A striking elf named Casimir, and his homely servant Edgar, who sort of made himself his servant apparently, but Casimir's going with it because it seemed interesting. So they're sitting at a nearby table. As I recall, Petal started attacking Edgar, and Edgar just decimated Petal with Blight. There was a little bit of a scuffle, and we were talking with these individuals. They seemed interesting, and we're kind of up for anything. So they met Hay, and then Hay went off to bully children or something. And Benjamin went after Hay because that's bad. I tried to stop him, but not very hard. Anyway, while he was stopping Hay from messing with some children, Benjamin saw a job posting for people to help a crew hunt down goddamn pirates. He brought that posting back to the group, and we all thought that would be an interesting thing to do. Sebastian, after all, hates pirates, so he was fine with that. We got supplies, headed out on the ship after talking to the captain and getting pretty vague information. We weren't really too concerned with the details, apparently. But I knew the captain from a ways back, working with him a little bit, so I figured he was a good guy. So we loaded up and headed out to sea. It was all right. Liara was able to craft some healing potions on our journey, but then I think it was a day or two, maybe into the journey, we hit a storm that was not seen by the lookouts, Moose and Useless, because Useless is useless. The captain, he was trying to command the ship. We were trying to steer it from danger. Some rogue waves hit the side and knocked a number of crewmen and Edgar overboard. Liara went after Edgar and shaped herself into like a fish person. But before she could really help Edgar, he just cast water walk on himself and just like ran back to the ship. We tried to save the other crewmen, but that didn't go so well. We found one of the bodies,
We
and
saved one of
Edgar
them.
saved is a relative term.
You saved
I
2.
think. Did we? I thought.
A total of 2. You lost 4.
Yeah. So.
Useless was saved.
Yeah. He made it. And then one of the dead crewmen's bodies that we recovered, Edgar reanimated him because he figured that's as good as new, right? And I believe that's about where we left off.
Yeah. Well, other than the fact that Liara finally got in contact with the individual who...
Oh, yeah.
She has been inquiring / masquerading as she's some type of clone, maybe? It's kind of hard to know. But, yeah, she got a reply from all of that, and she's probably going to go into shutdown mode because of that, and that justifies why she's not doing anything. So, yeah. You're all on the ship, sailing. The captain calls out to you all. So, we'll be making a stop up ahead, just temporarily. Pick up a couple of provisions. Y'all need anything?
I think we're mostly good. I mean, we stocked up before we left, as you indicated, to get our stuff, but... I mean, we might go ashore and check things out.
Hey, all right. Well, if you end up wanting anything outside of that, if it's just ale and some food or something, I can buy. Is the least I
thanks.
can do. Yep, no worries.
Maybe some crew as well. We seem to be a little bit light on that right now.
That's what I was planning on purchasing a little bit more of, but yep. I mean, we do have... He points over at the animated person who is just rowing. Yeah.
If we get another body, I can get another one.
You have to move your mic a little further away from your lips when you do that.
How about this?
Hopefully it'll be better. We'll have to find out with the voice.
Yes, of course.
That was a little better, yeah. Alrighty. So, you sail up ahead for about a couple of hours, and you start noticing these very tiny, tiny little islands out here. On a couple of them, there appears to be wooden bridges that sit on top of the waking waters that connect between them, and give a little bit of a market look about them. Sebastian, you're many, many, many years out on the sea. You are aware of this little inlet. It is called the Inlet Isles. It is a shopping location where a lot of strange things come by, and so long as you show up before the Morian military checks on them each month, you can usually find some things that are a little more extravagant and maybe illegal.
Nice. Little black market.
A little bit. It's a
It's the
floating
blue
market.
market.
I hate it.
You only hate it when it's not you doing it.
That's fair. Yeah, that's true. I'll give it to you. But anyways, yes. You're all sailing over and anchoring up before walking out onto the little isles. Now, if any of you have ever been in an outlet store where they have like 20 of them connecting, it's not really a mall. It's kind of like that, but everything is outdoors. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Black Archipelago.
Yeah, I hate it. But anyways, you all step out into the Isles.
All right, guys. I think we need some drinks after that near death. I mean,
I recommend not drinking after.
I was all right, but well, yeah, you're seasick. Of course, you don't want to drink.
Well, what are we looking for alcohol? What's your poisons?
I'd like a nice Chianti.
He likes the fava beans for that.
Alrighty, I can get that for you. I hope. Anyone else?
$10 says wind would never recognize that reference.
Probably not.
Rum.
Yep, I know yours. Nice and easy. Anyone else?
I don't drink, and Moose is just gonna start flying out onto the market.
Yep, little helicopter. Pa, 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 pa. How about you, Casimir?
I'll take some wine. Something nice and red.
I, of course, figures as much. Alrighty. And he starts heading out. He'll buy you guys your drinks. So, everyone else, what are you doing while you're here?
Let me. Yeah, we already spent most of our money. Or I did anyway, so yeah, I guess I'm not going to be doing too much.
I'm window shopping.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Honestly, I don't know what to expect from here.
Alrighty. So, this outlet has a variety of intriguing looking shops, none of which actually have labels of what they are. By the way, Sebastian, I just gave you access to a handout that's all the way at the bottom of the page. Go ahead and familiarize yourself with that, since you will have all of this information already.
All right, sweet.
I figured I might as well tell you more about Wake, so you know it already. But none of them have any labels for them, but there definitely seems to be themes across many. Several of them have unique-looking fish at their disposal. Some of which with shining scales, some of which with blunted scales, dark, dull, creepy-looking. Others, it's just edible fish of large varieties, and other sea-dwelling creatures. There's a wonderful little area where you see somebody is chopping up a tuna, a whole tuna fish, live, and creating steaks out of it. Aside from that, as you just glance around, there's two stalls that just have all of these very obnoxious and unique-looking weapons, mostly bladed and mostly serrated as well. And a handful of them seem to have general supplies, parchments, other things like that.
Hmm. You said there was an obnoxious store.
Yeah, the one
So-
with all of the variety of fish.
Ah.
You know, there's
I'll
like
just
rainbow fish.
I'm gonna check the weapon store. Store in air
Alrighty.
quotes.
Alright, so you wander over there and you find your way over to an air genasi who seems to be juggling 3 daggers in little puffs of air above their head.
Nice trick.
Looks over at you. Looks at your helicopter. Yeah, you as well. How you doing?
Good, actually.
Good.
Actually, now to think about it, not really.
That's unfortunate.
Storm. I'm wondering two things.
Aye.
And this might sound odd considering, and I look around, is it just like blades and whatnot?
There's a
Hold on.
couple of like blunt
Sorry, I had to
objects.
sneeze.
No worries. There's a couple of blunt objects, but there's mostly blades that are serrated.
So it's just weapons as far as the eye can see.
In before you, yeah.
I don't mean like literally, but like in
Yeah,
this area. If it was literally, we'd have a different problem.
So, are you looking for something in particular?
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of want to see if you have a few shorter weapons. You know, my size. So like, I think the biggest I could hold is a short sword.
A short blade. We got some things that might be reasonable for you.
Odd question. Do you have anything that could be considered training on larger weapons? Like a book?
Are you looking for something to teach you how to militarize your skills a little bit better?
Yes.
You're not a CB, are you?
A what?
You're a docker. Oh, that's interesting. Alrighty.
I'm going to like look around to see if I can't see Sebastian.
Sebastian's just starting to walk since he has to follow the pathways.
Yeah.
So Moose is just going to like he's going to like root around for a bit, write down CB and Docker,
Okay.
and like is this possible?
Well, we could certainly use a little influx of currency if you're looking for something particular like that, but it does come with a little bit of discretion that's going to have to be necessary. You understand, don't you?
I think I follow.
Well, very good. Let's call it at 120 gold. Or 12 platinum if you prefer.
Just gonna root around for a bit. And he's going to pop back up with a bag in hand. Can you go any lower on that?
Sorry, little friend, but something like this is not exactly easy to come by, and I gotta turn my profits when I'm able to.
Jero,
Yeah?
can I insight check to see if it's actually hard to come by?
Sure, go for it.
I can understand turning a profit, but like... a 16.
You beat him. He seems to be more concerned about turning a profit off of it than it is hard to come by. However, he seems to not be worried about you taking your business elsewhere if that's specifically what you're looking for. Like, you're not going to find something like that here easily.
He's going to drag up 100 gold.
Mm-hmm.
And this, God damn it, I forgot I didn't have that much. He's going to drag up 100 gold, and he's going to say, mind if I give you 200 in silver? Or 200 silver for the rest?
That'll be perfectly fine. I'm used to handing out change to people.
Right.
Oh, so as you're counting that out, he counts along with you. Takes the gold and the silver first, and then steps behind a closed curtain. I'll be right back, don't worry.
I'm going to set myself on the counter, and I'm going to have a creep show open, rest on the. Is there sort of like a door frame, so to speak?
No, there's just a curtain that goes all the way across, and it's connected just shy of the roof that gives them respite from any severe weather.
So is it like a solid platform before the roof? I said platform. Is it like a solid piece before the?
Yeah. The curtain goes. It's a long curtain that separates everything.
I'm going to have Freak Show peek the curtains apart.
All right.
So I can try and see what he's doing in there.
Have Freak Show roll a stealth check and a perception check.
Trying to. There he is. My wonderful creation. That's a 12.
Okay.
That's a 10.
All right. Freak Show gets over and kind of opens the curtain and peeps its head out, and you hear from behind the curtain. Do you mind getting your little thingy out of here before it dies?
And I recall Creepshow.
Yep, it comes back. It saw him kind of standing in the middle of a very small section of a room. But after about 5 minutes or so of you waiting, he comes back out and hands you a dagger that seems to be seated on top of a book that's completely wrapped up in just some general linen cloth.
And at this point, Creepshow is already starting helicoptering me around again.
Yep. Alrighty, there you go. Remember, you didn't get it from here, and best of luck to you. You're still gonna need someone who knows what they're really doing to show you a few things, but the book should be able to refine everything else for you.
Thank you. And he just reaches a hand out and stuffs down the back.
Yep. And now you have an additional serrated dagger.
Ooh, nice.
You also notice with your passive that that's what he writes down in his log. Sold serrated dagger, 120 GP.
I'm just going to pick myself up and just excuse myself, I guess.
Yep. So everybody else, you've walked into the outlet. What would you like to do?
Master Casimir, is there anything you need?
Needs? No. Try to find me something interesting. I have no idea what this place sells.
Yes, I'm on it. I'm gonna run off, hunchbacked and dragging a leg behind me.
Don't
to
hurt
find something
anyone.
Interesting.
Good specification. Sebastian, what are you doing? Oh wait, you're still labeled as Polando. I should probably change that, huh?
Oh.
Force of habit, I guess.
Maybe I am still blonde.
Oh God, you got ugly.
He's wearing an Edgar suit.
This is future Polando come back to the past.
Oh God, I can just imagine it actually happening.
So apparently life in the fighting pits is hard.
Oh yeah, it did a number on him.
It just beats you into submission.
Alrighty. So yeah, Sebastian. You're currently standing there with Casimir.
Yeah, I want to kind of check things out, see if there's anything interesting to buy, any like shady deals. Like what kind of goods do they have here?
So
Like
roll me
all
an
kinds?
investigation.
All right. Let's investigate. 14.
Alrighty.
Solid.
So, you know that most of the vendors here will have some type of shady dealings.
Nice.
Moose, it's super easy. Everything's out in the open and you just fly your way over. But usually you have to, have a prior experience with them, or you need to clearly not belong to, the CBs. But, of course, you do recognize Moose leaving the stall of, an individual that you have dealt with once before in the past. Their name is Maze. Maze is a... what is that called? Wind genasi? Air genasi?
I thought you were going to say con artist.
Well, he is absolutely a con artist, but you've dealt with him in the past because, certain standards on ships are kind of unrealistic by the CBs, and he's really good at getting fake documentation, as well as ornate weapons, and unique items from CBs that he sometimes, manages to somehow discover lying around.
Mm.
And you've dealt with him once in a positive manner before in the past.
All right.
Moose is going to just... I'm just imagining the sounds of the Jetsons.
Yeah.
The...
So is Moose heading my way, or is he flying off?
Oh, he's flying directly towards you.
Oh, hey, Moose. Did you find something good?
I found a book.
A book,
it has
really?
a serrated dagger in it.
That sounds more like it.
Second, I've been called both a CB and a docker.
I thought you were a mouse.
Actually, common misconception, I'm a mouse folk.
Isn't that what I said?
CB's, it could be either, he could be calling you either a cop or a narc. Dockers just, regular people who ship stuff around. I think that's funny.
Cool. I paid like... No, never mind. And he's gonna start trying to leaf through the book.
Okay. So you take out the book. Sebastian, what's your passive?
It's not much.
13 is actually pretty decent. Be sure that you're updating that because I think you are proficient. And that's the only thing helping you. But yeah, 13. That's actually belongs to the Morian Military Codex. And it's the basic training regiments for martial weaponry that they use for new recruits.
So it's daggers for dummies?
No. It's great swords for dummies. It's specifically martial weapons and how to become proficient with them. And it's also kind of a a fairly illegal item, since you're not supposed to have those unless you're one of the trainers at the recruitment center.
So he sold you that book, huh?
Hmm?
Did he tell you anything about it?
Oh, he told me not to tell people that he sold that.
And the first thing you did.
Well, he should have told you don't let anyone know you bought it at all. You're not really supposed to have it.
As opposed to the other stuff we're not supposed to have.
Well, the other stuff is we're sort of not supposed to have it, but you're really not supposed to have that.
I'll read it in my house.
That's not. I'm just saying. Well, you're paging through it and you're flying through the air.
Who's going to question a flying mouse folk in a bag
Well,
with a kitchenware dragonfly?
you've got a training manual for the cops, basically. So if they see you with it, they'll have a conversation with you. I'm just saying.
I'm going to look around. Do I see anyone that I think would be a CB?
Ooh, roll me a perception check.
Not one. Everyone's a CB. Perception. I have some perception.
Just ask them if they're a CB. They have to tell you if they are.
That is something you might actually believe. 16. There's a couple of individuals. You notice that they're wearing the Morian military iconography that you saw previously back with Riku. You know, the people who was with her back in Maida. But they seem to be more relaxed than the ones you've seen previously. Kind of like they're probably off duty, but they hang out here when they're free.
I'm going to like tuck the book. I'm just going to like rest it on my improvised staircase, and I'm just going to point at one of them. Like, that's there. And he doesn't seem to care too much.
Maybe you could like fashion like a different cover to like put over that cover to camouflage it.
Paper bag it.
Yeah. You're good at that kind of stuff.
I pick up a magazine.
That'll be 5 silver.
Oh god.
You find the
Grifters.
morning newspaper.
Hold on, I need to get rid of some of my gold and silver. I forgot.
Gray's Sports Almanac.
5 silver, he says.
Mm-hmm.
That's 500 copper. So yeah, just 5 silver.
Hanging pennies.
50 copper, actually. Yeah.
It's actually called, God, what is it? Sports portraits. And it appears to be all of these individuals in different sportswear and swimwear who have been painted very specifically all throughout it.
No regards to gender?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean,
Yeah,
80% of the book is towards female, but, you know, absolutely not.
Ah, yes. Gotta love that 1%. No, he's just going to like... He's going to recline back. And is just going to read through the book while simultaneously pretending to read through what is essentially a Playboy.
It's Sports Illustrated. It's fine.
I've never seen a Sports Illustrated before.
Oh, it's mostly women wearing sports clothing. Sometimes men, supposedly. Yeah.
So, just sports-themed Playboy.
Not nude.
Not really.
Yeah. It's It's a Playboy to 10-year-olds. But anyways. So Moose is now reading that. Casimir, you kind of just listen to that entire interaction. Edgar, roll me an investigation roll. Two.
That's a solid 2.
Alrighty. You find your way over towards the person who is murdering a live tuna and, like, cutting off all of the steaks, and it's pretty entertaining.
What are you going to do with the bones?
The Triton looks over at you. We grind them up and use the marrow for spells.
And the head?
We sell that.
Oh, I'll take the heads. A bucket of heads, if you don't mind.
Well, if you want the tuna head, it's an entire tuna. Head.
Oh, big tuna.
Oh, yeah, it's like fucking huge tunas.
Yeah, let me have one of those.
The head?
Yes, please.
Alright, that'll be 5 gold.
I'll give him 6 for a tip.
Ooh, hell yeah. And he gives you a whole tuna head that's been hollowed out of the edible flesh, but like the brains and innards that aren't edible are still in there.
And eyeballs?
Yes, of course the eyeballs. They're bulging out.
This is definitely interesting. Casimir's gonna love this.
No. We don't call them non-edibles. We call them delicacies.
Yes, that's the word he should have used if he felt like it would make a difference. So anyways, Casimir, as you're just walking around, perusing things, kind of like next to Sebastian, Edgar comes running up with a giant head of a fish.
Look, Master, I found you something interesting.
What is that?
It's the head of a tuna. A rather large one at that.
A tuna.
Yes, and the eyeballs are still in it. And I poke at one of the eyeballs.
They kind of like squish in and then push back out. It's a little weird.
Edgar, you did such a good job. You can keep that. Never bring it near me. That is all yours.
Oh, thank you.
Dobby has a sock. Yep, no worries. All right, so Sebastian, are you looking for anything around here, or do you want to go talk to Maze or anything else?
I'm gonna talk to Maze.
All right, you wander your way over to Maze, who takes a second and then recognizes you. Oh, hey, how you doing there, Sabby?
Maze,
How are you?
good to see you.
You as well.
Fair views today.
Oh, beautiful, as per always.
Nice.
Very relaxing. He's currently like picking out some dead shit from underneath his nail with one of the daggers. So, what can I do for you?
Oh, we're passing through. You know, we joined up. Go pirate hunting.
Pirate hunting?
Seemed like a thing to do.
I didn't pick you for one who's going to be hunting down all the buckies in the area. Huh.
Well, not all of them, but the ones we can get paid the most for, I guess.
You know what? That's pretty fair. Pretty fair.
You come across anything interesting lately?
As per usual, of course I do. Who are these interesting individuals, eh? Looks at Casimir.
They joined. We met them at an inn at Sotide. And they are just looking for something interesting to do, so they joined us to hunt pirates.
Huh.
Moose looks up from his like reclined. Like, have you ever seen like the stereotypical uncle in his recliner just watching something?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
I am that uncle.
yeah. Actually, you are.
I am.
No, he's just gonna look up, wave again at Maze, look and like do that like pamphlet like flip. No, like the one where you like shake it entirely to like straighten it.
Oh, okay.
So are you flying around near us, Moose, or are you flying off on your own?
I'm next to you,
Oh, okay.
just not paying much attention.
Oh, is he a friend of yours?
Yeah, I've known him the longest, actually. He's a real good guy.
Oh, really?
He's real handy. I mean, look at that thing that's flying him around. It's crazy. He built that.
I've never seen anything like it before in my life.
Me neither. It's
That's
ridiculous. Like, I don't even know how it flies.
I presume magic?
You would, but it's like all mechanical instead. I don't know.
I don't know what that means. But anyways, what are you here for? Looking for a new wacky stick? Looks at your hammer. Yours seems to be faring you okay, but it's not
Yeah.
the greatest.
Oh, come on. This hammer's awesome.
Is
I
it
found
now?
it. I found it in this, like, dead king's tomb. And we beat up,
Oh.
like, animated, sold, like, armors for it. It's great.
Really?
Yeah,
Mind if I take a look-see at it?
sure.
Thank you,
I
thank you.
made a few modifications, but it's still pretty awesome.
Alrighty. And how many augment slots does it have?
I don't know if you ever told me. I think I just assumed it had one.
It probably only had one then.
You just said it was a masterwork hammer, so
It is a masterwork, and if I didn't give you a number of slots, then it's one.
that's what I assumed.
Alright, he looks it over. Not bad. This is a fairly old hammer as well, I mean, but the making quality of it isn't too terrible. And this is favorable for you. You like the whacking hammer?
Yeah. You know me, I like to hit things with a hammer.
I've never doubted you before in my life. Well, I did happen to come across something a little interesting, and he like folds up his hands and leans his chin against them, kind of, super Gossip Girl style.
Well, now I'm intrigued.
I figured you would be. I may or may not have found out about a particular shipment of goods that may or may not have accidentally gone missing off of a ship, without anyone getting hurt, of course. And I may or may not have access to a few of these gems that may help out your little weapony thingy there.
Oh yeah?
For a good
Immediately,
price, of course.
Moose perks back up, puts the camouflaged book back under, and then drops down to eye level.
Pop, 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 pop.
Seems you
Interesting.
have everyone's attention now.
Well, I certainly hope so. So, of course, these things aren't going to be cheap by any stretch of the imagination. However, I'm sure we could come to a agreeable understanding, can't we? About specific
Probably.
things. So, are you interested in upgrading that weapon a little bit further, getting yourself a special gem for it by chance?
Well, I'm always looking to upgrade, but you may notice I already have a gem in it, and he'll see the life-stealing augment is in it.
Oh, well, that's a cutie.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. But I
Just
might
just
have
got that. Haven't really used it much.
Really? What does it do?
Apparently, if I hit somebody really hard,
They'll
makes me feel
explode.
better. Well,
Oh.
that, but it'll like make me feel better. It'll heal me
Life steal.
from them. Yeah.
That one is actually a pretty good one. Yeah, I can't complain about that one at all. I mean, I have a couple of other options, but I don't think many of them are much better than that one, perhaps. Just the one. Give me a second. And he goes back behind the curtains again. Couple of minutes later, he comes back out, and he has a long folded box that's only about 3-4 inches thick, and then opens it up in front of you, and you see this velvet lining on the inside and these 5 enchanted, very valuable gems. So, I mean, we got ourselves a vicious one right here. Points at the one at the far right. It is obsidian. We have a zapped augment right here points at a large ember chunk. Right here, we got ourselves Frostwalkers. Not sure why they needed a Frostwalkers, but we got it. The fourth one here is just one that makes you a little bit better at hitting things, you know, with range weapons, of course. And, of course, we have, you know, this one. He points at a fairly nice-looking ruby. This one right here. If you put it in something and you throw it, you can force that object to come back into your hand.
Oh, hey, I have one of those. I'll pull out my hand axe.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a little more outfitted than I expected you to be.
Oh man, we're kicking ass, dude.
That
I'm a
is-
little cash poor, but we got equipment.
Well, I mean, if you're interested in another one and you happen to have extra coin, just let me know.
Well, what do these run?
Depends which ones you're looking at.
Well, we'll probably be back this way at some point. Well, and I'll talk to my other companions. Maybe they'd be interested as well. But if I had some price ranges to quote,
So, the vicious one, since it is inside of an onyx, it's a little on the pricier side, and, well, given the fact that I know you're a good fella and you're good folks, and you're not going to rat me out to any of the CBs, I'd say I could let that one go for, say, 700 gold. Yeah. The simple range one gains a little bit of a benefit, of course. Probably a good 300 on that one. As for the zapped one, this one is a little more of a oddity in this area, of course, and is much more valuable given the fact that we're surrounded by water. I think I could let that one go for, say, 700 or so. The Frostwalkers, I honestly don't care about that at all, so 500, get the value out of them. And, of course, the returning one, well, that one's a bit more on the expensive side. It's a rare one. And I tell you what gem it was? Ruby,
you
right?
said it was a ruby?
Yeah. This one I could let go for 2,500.
Wow.
That's a good one.
I think that one's probably a little better than the one I've got.
Quite possibly.
What does the Frostwalkers augment do?
Oh, you see, if you're stepping anywhere where it's awfully snowy or icy, you don't leave any traces behind you, and it doesn't even bother you even in the slightest.
Man, I could have used that when we were in the mountains.
Not to mention, you can kind of make the area around you a little more icy for a short period of time, and, well, it fucks up anyone else standing around you, but you get to keep on walking.
Cool.
Okay?
You always got the best stuff, man.
That's what I aspire to. How about your friends? Any of you interested in any of these?
Honestly, I'm interested in the sap one.
Do you have enough coinage for it?
Can we trade?
I'm always interested in a good trade, so long as it favors me in the outcome. What do you got there?
I'm gonna look at the party, mostly
Sebastian.
mostly Sebastian, since this is kind of before the new party members, but you know what I mean by that.
And you offer him a book.
Yes. No. How much for this leaflet? No. We have a silver miniature of the new Pantheon. That's apparently worth 800. I'm wondering if anyone wanted to keep that around for, sentimental iconography.
He looks
Not
over at you,
specifically.
Sebastian. All right, well,
I
let
mean, it's interesting, but
me take a look-see at it. Huh. Look at that. That's all of them there, ain't it? Hey, who's this weird fella in the background?
I'm gonna look at it.
Roll me a religion check. Let's see if you know.
Do I not see the face of my friend?
It's your friend is not the weird fellow in the background. Oh wait, yeah, no, Markov. Yeah, that's Markov.
Um,
It's been a while since that little story arc.
yeah. Yeah, that's Markov.
Is that what Markov looks like? Huh, a mask. Kind of strange.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, let me look at this and appraise it for you. I'd roughly estimate this is probably worth about 700 or so gold. Maybe 8. I think I could value this at 8. And what did he say the Zap was valued at? 700?
Mhm.
Yep.
If we call it a straight trade, I think you have a deal for yourself there. I think I know a collector that'll be able to pick this piece up.
I would argue it, but there's always a dealer fee.
Always is.
I think this is fair on my end, but you know, something belonged to the party as a whole, I guess.
Well, how about it, Sabby? You okay with it?
Yeah, I think that's okay. I think we'll get more use out of this gem than we will having this little, piece of art in your study.
I certainly hope so. I will warn you, make sure you're not standing in the water when you use it. That's what happened to the last guy. And he picks out the gem and hands it over to you.
I look at it, look down, flying. Yeah, I'll make sure of that.
Alrighty, best to you.
You too.
Well, any other business we're interested in today, folks? Looks between Casimir, Edgar, Sebastian.
I have
No.
one of these gems. I don't think it's magical. And I don't know how to do it. How do you make it do the magic stuff?
Mind if I see what you got there?
I'll pass it over. It is a 250 gold azurite.
250 gold azurite. He
Yeah.
looks at it and, friendship sight. Well, this does just barely meet the qualifications to empower it with a little bit of magic. You see, you need someone who's, really attuned to magic or really understands it and can break it down with ease for themselves. If you can find yourself one of those and the person is, a high enough caliber, kill yourself a creature of a high enough caliber and they should be able to perform a ritual to imbue it into the item itself.
Right.
Out of game explanation, have Edgar use a 3rd level spell slot on a creature non-humanoid CR 6 or higher.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And he has to take downtime to do it. I think the smallest one is 1 hour.
1 hour, 8 hour, 8 weeks.
Yup. It gets harder. But if you're interested in getting rid of this thing, I think I could buy it off of you for 200.
No, thank God. I have a space for this and this weapon of mine, so I might
Alright.
eventually get some use of it.
Well,
No
of
gesture
course.
to take it back.
Well, if you're looking for a creature to hunt down that'll be able to help you out with that, I might be able to talk around. Of course, asking around for stuff like that is going to cost you a little bit of gold.
How much are you talking?
It depends what you're looking to hunt. If you're looking for something local and to do it your damn self, I'm pretty sure I could sniff out the information within a day or so, and let's go with finder's fee of 50 gold.
50. That's
That could be
a
nice,
number.
but I'm not sure
How
how
long?
long.
Yes. I was going to say that. How long are we planning on being here?
I didn't get the impression that we were going to be here too long.
No, you were
I don't
just
know. He
stopping
never
by.
said when to be back.
Well, if all of
I
you
have
are...
a question.
Aye, sir. Yeah, what do you need?
Theoretically, and I look around at the group, could you put a human soul in a gem?
No, you couldn't.
Oh.
You actually can't do that to anything that has a natural-born soul.
Okay, thank you.
Aye, no problem.
So wait. Dragons don't have souls?
Not in the same concept that we do. They have consciousness, they have power, abilities. However, they don't pass on to another world and another experience when they die, like we do. They don't experience anything after they're gone. They are gone.
Flash cut to Imperial. Fuck.
Yep.
He earned a soul.
Ah, shit.
No. He's a god. He's not a... He's not dead. He's a god.
I had like a flash.
But he was
God.
dead.
Yeah. He earned a soul. That was part of your curse, mortal.
Oh, God. The curse of mortality. Also, inadvertently, the gift of a soul.
But yeah,
Or a
that should
second
be...
curse if you hate life.
If you are interested in me sniffing out some information, let me know the direction you're heading, and I could always send out an owl to let you know what's up.
Sure. It's only a small amount of gold, I think.
That's the spirit. You have 50 gold.
Yeah, let me see if you can count that high.
Yeah. Oh, he'll help you. So remove 50 gold from your character sheet. Hey, you got there. And he will send a messenger owl out to you.
Yeah, I can be okay with this.
Alrighty. Hopefully I'll know something by the evening's rest. If not, I'll definitely send you something as soon as I do.
I await it. Thank you.
Of course. No worries at all. Well, I think I've sold enough things here today. I deserve a little break. I think I'm going to go get sushi. So, I'm going to close up for the time being. Goodbye.
No, yeah, right.
Take care, Maze.
Sushi.
It's good to see you.
Oh. Sushi is a very rare and delicious delicacy out here. It's where they take some raw fish that's perfectly edible, safe and cleaned and sterilized, and they wrap it up in seaweed, some fresh rice that we grow out here, sometimes a little bit of avocado, other times a couple of pieces of celery, different vegetables. It's actually quite delicious.
Oh, Master, can we get this sushi?
Why don't you use that thing that you bought? You could use that and then you could eat it all in one.
I don't have the other ingredient.
Find them.
If you want, you can go right down the way and purchase yourself a sushi starting kit.
Yes. And I run off.
Alrighty. See you around. And he starts closing the shutters with a large stick that hooks them and moves them all the way around. Alrighty.
We should probably go after him. It's not safe to leave him alone.
Really? Okay.
Have you seen him? You've scaled this entire place.
True enough.
So Edgar, since you ran off ahead, you get over to the place that he had already pointed out to you, And yeah, they have a starter's kit, aka cooking supplies, that since it is made in Morian, does actually have the necessary components to crafting sushi. If you're interested in purchasing a chef's manual, they actually do have one in stock, but it's a little pricier since it was hand-signed by a world-renowned chef in this area.
Or Don Ramsey.
Yeah, it is exactly right. Gordon Ramsay.
Excuse me, how much for the starter kit?
Player handbook price for a cooking utensils.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, I don't have my player handbook on me right now, sorry.
And the manual?
The manual will be 25 gold.
That's 1 gold for the kit.
Okay, yeah. So 26
give
gold
him-
in total.
I'll give him 26.
Perfect. And you now have a How to Cook for Dummies, written by Gordon Ramsay, and autographed by him as well.
Insert 5 sessions later when somebody with a forgery kit looks at it.
But anyways, if you read the entire book, and it takes a total of 9 weeks minus 1 per intelligence modifier to read, you will grant yourself proficiency in cooking supplies. Not bad for
Does it
25
help?
gold.
Does it help if I help him because I'm already proficient?
You could lower it down by your intelligence modifier.
So that's a -4.
Yeah, so it'll only be 5 weeks of downtime.
Nice.
And since you guys are on the open seas, downtime actually happens quite often. Because we're not role-playing every fucking day.
You too can cook somewhat adequately.
Pretty much, yeah. Alrighty. So you all get a whistle coming from your ship as you see the captain waving you all down.
I think it's time for us to go. Come, master.
Oh, darling, you miss out on your cooking supplies.
Oh, thank you. I run back and grab the bag.
Yeah, it's a basket filled of just general shit that you can cook with. It'll expire
Creature.
within a week.
Creepshot's just gonna pick it up with me.
Ba, 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 ba. Ooh, at that point it might be too heavy. To
I can
fly.
put it in the bag.
Okay, then it's fine. But yeah, Edgar, you have a week's worth of food that you have to cook, and, well, let's see if people like it.
Is there a melon baller in there?
Sure.
I pull it out and go, oh, this would be great for eyeballs.
So who's going to experiment?
I'm
Anyways,
helping him. I'm
got
not
a
eating
tuna
it.
head. Yep. You all make your way back over to the ship where the captain's sitting there waiting for you. Alrighty, so I got you each a couple of bottles as just part of a thank you for, not dying and helping us to not die. Hands out the bottles. I also got ourselves a fairly nice couple of steaks we can eat tonight. Tuna steaks.
Oh, I got some tuna too.
Oh.
And I show him the head.
That is okay.
It's good for soup.
Right. Fish head soup. I ate that once when I was a young boy. Nearly dead out on the streets.
Don't. Don't.
Yep. So anyways, you all get back onto the ship. He hands you each a bottle of some type of liquid that you ordered. Moose, he actually does have something for you as well. It is a mostly clear bottle that seems slightly bubbly up it.
Is there like a cork?
Yep. Or no, it's not a cork. It's actually an odd twisty contraption.
I shall attempt the twist.
It decompressed and fizzed more at the top.
Moose is just looking at it, studying it.
Well, you said you didn't drink alcohol, but I figured you might want to try some flavored seltzer water. Eh?
He's going to sniff it.
Roll me a perception check. Smells like some type of fruit, but you can't place your finger on it. And like as you put your nose over it, the little bubbles like tickle the tip of your nose as well.
I take out a very tiny ladle.
Mm-hmm.
And I try and ladle out a scoop of it. Right,
Pour a little bit in, and it immediately like sizzles as it hits. You're like, oh, is that hot? Oh, it's not hot. It just reacts like that. And you taste it. Oh, this is acai berries. Acai berries. ACAI.
Acai.
Acai berries.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And it kind of leaves like a little bit of a inflation in your stomach that makes you burp a little bit. It's pretty nice.
He's going to try and twist it back on.
It does. Easily.
He's going to like... Have you ever seen God, have you ever seen like a bobcat drag prey back into the hovel?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh.
He's just like dragging the entire bottle with him back in the bag.
What kind of city do you live in?
Animal
First of all,
Planet.
Yes. Second of all, there are no bobcats in Iceland.
None.
I've seen a fox do it though. Stupid bird.
Well, I actually got you a 6-pack, but okay. All right.
He pops back out and drags the 6-pack in.
Alrighty. And they are like small Coca-Cola bottle size, and there are 6 of them, variety pack.
He like tosses out a thank you letter. And the bag closes.
You know, you found yourself some a good crew there, Sebastian.
Yeah, I mean they've got their eccentricities, but they're good when the shit hits the fan.
Why, that's the best you could ever hope for, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, here we go again. And he starts heading out into the waters. You guys dock your boat back in, and you head on out. So, Casimir, since you're the one who commissioned a hunting job, I would like you to roll me a d20. 4. Come on. Come on, roll 20. You can do it. Thank you. Bad one. Okay, 4. So, you receive a note, and it explains that apparently, an owl flies in and it gives you a note and then it flies away. Apparently, there has been sightings of some multi-headed beast out in the waters, and it has sunk a couple of ships within half a mile of where you all are heading. This beast showed up more recently after the major storm, and it seems to be fairly resilient to people trying to kill it, and they haven't figured out what it is yet.
Interesting. Shall that was approach.
Oh, that could make a very nice augment.
It could be an interesting challenge. Don't think I've seen one of these creatures before.
You think it likes tuna?
So, what has a lot of heads here?
Sebastian, if you would like to roll me a history check.
All right. Another one of my excellent subjects. I know everything about the ocean. Got a 3.
3.
Can I make it a 7?
Immediately your mind goes to Kraken?
Sounds like...
Is a 7 going to make any difference?
Maybe not a Kraken, but that's the only thing you can think of. But yeah, maybe not a Kraken. Are y'all looking to do some hunting before we do some hunting? Captain yells out to you all.
I'm getting for it. If you
Sounds
guys
like
are.
it's on the way.
Yeah.
I'd almost rather get to town and you all do that yourselves. If it's sunken ships, I don't really want to lose mine.
Fair enough.
Aye. And that'll give me an excuse to run away while you all are out there. So yeah, if you guys do want to go hunting for it, you can absolutely do that. Reverse Kraken, 10 heads and 1 tentacle. Woo!
Wait, how far offshore is it attacking things?
Quarter mile. Or half mile.
Are we gonna walk there?
I think technically you could.
I don't need to.
I have the spell that lets me walk on water, and it's a ritual, so I can recast it every hour. So we could just walk to the Kraken.
How many people does that work on? Just you?
No, it's multiple.
Oh, wow.
See, he is very useful.
Up to
Sometimes.
10, actually.
Nice. It lasts an hour?
Yes.
I mean, it's probably easier than trying to take a boat.
Yeah.
If
What
you
is
catch
the...
him on hay and you could ride him out there.
Oh, Hay's not here.
But you could get him back.
Can't you get him?
I could, yeah.
You could ride Edgar.
You could also turn Hay into a dolphin.
Yeah.
Hey! Hey!
Hey!
Yeah.
You could.
Are you going to?
A dolphin is the same challenge rating as a fucking great horse or a war horse.
No, I'm not
I'm
gonna...
sorry, what?
I'm not gonna ride a dolphin.
Dolphins are deadly, bro. You need at least 2 dolphins so you can stand on their backs.
If you really want to get some style points, do a splits.
By the end of this, he'll just be Aquaman.
Da, 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 da. So anyways, how do you guys expect to get there? Because you have 1 day of preparation before you get to your destination on the island.
I guess we'll just get to the island and then walk offshore.
Alrighty, sounds like a plan. Alright, guys. The evening goes by without a hitch. Morning rolls around. And about midday, you'll be at the island. Go ahead and change your prepared spells for any of y'all that need to do that. Keep in mind, it's just going to be the 4 of you.
Is there anything anybody wants specifically from me?
Water walking.
Oh, shit, I wasn't going to take that one, actually.
I think that's probably the most useful one right now. So, just top of mind, first thing that came to it.
So I'm going to regret this
Yeah.
in character.
Yeah, you're going to talk to him.
Yeah. I'm going to look for a place to latch the bag onto on Edgar. If not, I'm just going to attach a hook to his belt.
It's just a rope. He doesn't have an actual belt.
Okay. No, Sebastian, no. We will not talk about his hump.
You can just sit on top of the hump.
You know what? Fuck it, none of you are getting touch spells.
Punish everybody for him? Rude.
Yes, I punish everyone for the existence of Edgar.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
He's used to it.
I'm going to, like, try and fly 30 feet above them.
Okay. So, I guess no actual requests for any specific items. Well then, let's bring you all
A
over.
life vest.
There you go. Let's bring you all over to the docks. Ooh, that's a little loud, ain't it? That's better. That's better. So, you settle your ship into one of the docks, and the captain... Well, I do need to take 2 of you with me, so, just to make sure if I'm ambushed, they can fuck them up a little bit. We'll get ourselves situated over here and start learning what we can about, that old group. Eh? You all take care.
Yeah, sounds good.
Alrighty. And right after you land on the island... Oh, that's not here anymore. Let's get rid of that one.
Is my character supposed to be on this map somewhere? I can't find him.
You can place yourself there if you would really like. I was just showing you what the outpost looks like. Not the outpost, the
Oh, no problem.
the area looks like. Alrighty. So, you all head back out into the water, and you're aiming to get half a mile out there. Back to the water. Let's add some rain in this bitch. It's raining now. There we go.
Mental note, add an umbrella attachment to Creepshow.
Yeah, you should do that eventually. But anyways, you all are hunting down this creature that you know its whereabouts, but you don't know specifically where it is. Who's going to take up the survival check?
If someone carries me, I can scout quite well. I can send my shadow to go do some things.
I've got you, Master.
He'll look at the letter like, just keep me safe.
All right. Casimir mounts Edgar.
Are we forming a totem pole? We've got Edgar at the bottom, Casimir on top of Edgar, and then high above them, there's me.
Oh, I thought you were dangling between Edgar's legs, but okay.
From his rope.
I refuse to be anywhere near that.
Joke's on you. He has a massive con save. Anyways. Yep, I know the ability. Yep. So, you're the one who's going to be doing the survival check then. Go for it.
Guidance.
You touch his leg. Or arm, depending on how he's sitting. 25. Not bad, not bad. So, you start tracking out here, and you start noticing bits of wreckage within the first, well, I'd say 400 feet or so. Sections of ships that have moved inwards, and you start tracking out past all of that, hoping to find this creature that you are hoping to kill and potentially augment. Now, in addition to that, I would like perception checks from 2 of you.
All right.
I can do one of them.
Go for it.
So, Sebastian, Edgar.
No, I thought Moose was real good at perception. All right.
Well, he's in a bag.
Well, he's always in a
And-
bag. He's usually poking his head out. 7.
There is. I only have one. I only have one better perception than you. It's all passive perception.
Very true. Alrighty. So, dirty 20 and a 7. Sebastian, as you're walking out here, it's kind of a bit of a nuisance. Water walk lasts an hour, correct?
Yeah.
So every 50 minutes, you all have to stop, wait 10 minutes, keep going. Stop, wait 10 minutes, keep going. Now, thanks to the high survival check, Casimir, you get out into the area where you think this creature is probably going to be roundabouts. However, you're not positive on its exact location. You just think where all the wreckage is probably going to be your best bet, you know?
If I go under the water with Echo, can I see anything extra?
Under the water, there's a lot more ruins. A lot more. Not ruins, wreckage. Looks to be probably 4 or 5 ships in total. Definitely has been doing a number in this area. But you also notice a lot of the wreckage looks like it was sifted through by something bigger than some of the ships.
Okay, I think while I'm in my Echo, I think I can still talk in my original body. I think.
Yep.
So I'll be telling them everything that I'm seeing. Very large creature. Bigger than some of the ships. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It seems we're heading in the right direction then.
I'm gonna look at Sebastian. Are you sure about this?
Am I sure about what?
This is a good idea.
This wasn't my idea.
Yeah, but you have a say in it.
So do you. If you had misgivings, you should have brought it up.
I did. Well, what was I supposed to do? Walk away and be on my own?
Could have went with the captain. Just keep your eyes open.
All right. Now, as you're walking through here, Edgar, you notice that there appears to be some fairly large scales up against some of the spikes of large stone rocks that protrude out of the water around here.
How big is large scales?
By your estimate, looking at it, maybe a single scale the size of the majority of your hand.
Sebastian,
What's up?
do fish normally have scales that large? And I point at them.
No, it looks like monster stuff to me. How clear is the water? Can we, while we're above the water, can we see down at all, or is it very murky?
You can see down about 20 feet or so, but then it gets really dark.
Okay.
So,
Because I want to keep my eye on, underneath me if something's coming up to get me.
yep, and that is what you're looking at.
This is really weird.
You all
Not used to
start
walking here.
Seeing around the perimeter of where this creature's hunting grounds appear to be. And Casimir, you choose a spot pretty close to the middle of a sizable island that has a little bit of forestation on it, but can peer through this entire wreckage field on any of its sides. You ascertain that the creature might be there as its nest.
Well, it looks like we won't be fighting on the water at least. There's an island. It's probably its nest.
Oh, that's good. Wait, what kind of sea creature has a nest on an island?
It's a good question.
Sebastian, roll me another history check, because you're the only person here who might know.
Guidance. Oh, I'm rolling so terribly today.
It's an extra 1.
Extra 1. Take me up to 17.
Looking at the scale, thinking about creatures that hunt and prey in the water but don't remain in it. Ah, fuck. This is probably going to be a hydra.
Oh, crap.
You
Lot
know
of
they're
heads.
incredibly difficult to kill.
If we're fighting what I think we're fighting, need to hit him with fire.
I look down. Water.
Well, yeah, that's water.
I have a torch. That's about it.
I think we're seriously not prepared for this.
It'll be fine.
We can always set the whole island on fire.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Are you all psychopaths?
No. Maybe.
Well, I mean, I doubt there's anything living on that island except this monster.
It's still raining?
Little bit, not terrible. There's still some moisture in the air.
I'll be... Wait here. How far away is the island?
Maybe 200 feet?
I'm gonna start having Creepshow dash me over there about... I'm gonna call it 60 feet above it.
Okay. So, he dashes you on over, and you are now 60 feet above the island. You see there's a large amount of wreckage around the area. There's an entire beached ship up there as well. Much larger than the keel boat you all were on. This looks kind of like a shorter galleon of sorts. Definitely something made for storage and hauling massive items. The planks of wood seem to just dangle and drift right next to the island as the waves are cresting and pushing them deeper and closer in.
Jiro,
Yeah?
it appears that I am currently in,
Maida.
yeah. Like I was on a beach, and then all of a sudden I was in Maida.
There we go. I'll move you all to the
All
beach.
right, there we go.
Here we go. So yeah, this is what you see.
My god, this island looks exactly like Maida.
It's so similar. Look, the ocean's so small.
I knew we'd loop back around.
Maybe we should inspect this boat.
I'm gonna try and inspect from the air around the boat.
All right. Roll me a perception check.
Wow.
I mean, it's kind of hard to peer inside of it. There's a couple of larger chunks on the side that look like they were bashed or dented inwards, but there's no light source whatsoever, so you can't really peer inside. From up high, of course.
Hey, Moose, can Creepshow see in the dark?
Yes.
You could try to have him go up to one of those holes and peek in. I'll back him up.
That's a no.
All right.
As in, I can't see through his eyes.
Yeah, but he can see.
And what is he going to do? Play charades?
So,
I thought
question:
you liked
Did you
telepathic-
descend down towards Sebastian, or are you shouting at him from up above?
You know, half of me wants to say shouting.
Okay.
The other half of me is like 30 feet up above.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were 30 feet up.
60 actually. I'm going to descend 30.
You descend 30 so you can raise your voice a little bit and hit him.
And I can use message.
Oh, that's a lot easier.
Bing! There you go.
Because I don't want to be super loud.
Alrighty. Moose, out of curiosity, roll me a stealth check. For your little fella and yourself. Okay. Average of 19. You're both very, very quiet. So, what are y'all doing?
Is Edgar here? Okay, he moved. I was like,
Yeah, I'm here.
chilling in the backfield. Well, I'm going to sneak up. I'm going to look in this hole.
Alright, roll me a stealth check. Heavy armor, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to use one of my inspirations, and I will use guidance.
All right, all right.
Nice. So stealth, regular roll. Oh, 14.
You begin approaching closer towards the ship. And Moose, from 30 feet up in the air, you see the sand at the base of the ship, out towards where Sebastian is moving, become uplifted slightly, like something is crawling through it.
I'm going to. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to cast a mage hand in front of him with like an open palm stop.
Sebastian, a hand appears in front of you, and in a flashing speed, the undergrowth of the sand shoots up, and a mouth dives down directly towards you from this voracious beast. And this is where we're going to go ahead and go on break.
Oh,
everybody.
crap.
Oh, fuck.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.